Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. This is primarily a drone show. We'll be sharing adventures from all over the world. We hope to have interesting guests every week, and we're glad that you tuned in tonight. We'll be flying different drones in different locations. We encourage viewer participation in the chat. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Every week, we'll have another interesting guest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We'll be sharing various adventures by our guests as well as myself. And thank you for joining us tonight. Hey, good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Good to see everybody. I'll tell you, I'm losing track. I've had a busy week. I had some foot surgery yesterday, and I'm recuperating. It seems like it's one thing after another. But the sun is shining here on Long Island. I should have been flying my drone, but I had to stay off my foot. So I didn't go out and venture out to fly. But I did fly my Mini 3 Pro yesterday. It's in the back there charging up. And of course, I got the Mavic 3 always ready to go. So anyway, I tell you, I came across, I should have had the flyer too in front of me to show you, but the Mini 3 Pro is on sale at Costco for $299. Can you imagine? $299 for the Mini 3 Pro. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I got a great show lined up. If you saw the Facebook post and the YouTube post, you know it's Bob Dempsey, Old Farts with Drones, and Tom Dowling. And they're both going to be talking about the Vegas Drone Meetup. And there's no doubt in my mind that's going to be a great event. And they're going to give us the inside scoop on that. And if anybody has any questions for them, please get them ready in the chat, because we'll try to keep an eye out and answer the questions. And you guys already know I'm not good at keeping an eye out. So I'll depend on Tom and Bob to keep an eye out for the questions too. But anyway, we got a great crowd. Steve Jones, he was number one today. You know, always good to Steve. Primal Drones, that is. And Angel, he was right behind him, number two. And I tell you, I'm always humbled to see the people watching my live stream, really. Who would ever thought a 73-year-old old fart, as Bob says, would have a live stream about drones, really. But I appreciate it, truly appreciate it. And there's Hike and Fly. How you doing? And we got Jeremy from Vegas Aerial Services watching tonight. How you doing? Good to see you. And we got Brian, Waypoint, New England watching. How you doing, Brian? And of course, we got a celebrity. We got a celebrity watching. Johnny Dronefly is watching down in Louisiana. How you doing, Johnny? And we got another celebrity, John Olson. He's right here on Long Island. He's about 20 minutes from me. That's where he lives. But anyway, and we got Philip Chora watching. How you doing, Phil? He's up in New Hampshire, Hampton Falls, New Hampshire. And I go up there to visit my niece and nephew. And one of these days, I'm going to hook up with Phil, and we're going to fly when I'm up there. But anyway, I tell you, we got TJ in the house. How you doing, TJ? And Alan, Drone Views Media is watching all the way in Ireland. How you doing, Alan? Good to see you. But I tell you, you know, we got Sergeant Rock watching. How you doing? Good to see you. And again, a longtime supporter, Jody Jones Shots. He's watching. Always good to see Jody. And I don't want to leave the guys in the back room too long, because I didn't leave that much shrimp and lobster back there. But I do want to say hello to Ronnie. God bless America. And Ronnie, he's sponsoring the fifth annual South Florida Drone Meetup with his donation of a beautiful custom made Betsy Ross wooden American flag. So thank you to Ronnie. I really appreciated it. All the guys on the drone committee appreciate it also, as well as the people that may win it. So thank you so much, really. But without further ado, I'm going to bring them in one after another because you can't bring them both in at the same time. But I'm going to bring them both in, and I want you all to give a warm welcome to Bob Dempsey and Tom Dowling. They're coming to us from Vegas and Nevada. I should say Nevada. How you guys doing?
Boy, that catering in the back room, Ray, pretty damn good. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm in the mobile version.
You're
green room here.
mobile tonight, right, Bob? You're en route from. You're going from Vegas to Los Angeles or San Diego?
San Diego.
We're San Diego. We're south of Los Angeles. Now we are. We've come. We're almost to Dana Point, Ray, where I know you and Steve Carpenter out there. Have flown from that spot. Yes, I'm going to try and squeeze in that time with Steve. So we'll see if that happens.
That is a beautiful, beautiful marina, really, to fly at, really.
Yeah.
But anyway, how you doing? How you guys doing with your Vegas Drone Meetup? I'm excited for you, believe it or not.
Wonderful.
It's in full gear, that's for sure. A lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay, Ray. So our hats off to you with your South Florida Drone Meetup and the amount of work you and the committee puts in. So we're learning firsthand, okay, how much work is really involved. So
yes.
I'm blaming you for this, Ray. I'm blaming you all the way.
Yeah.
Because Ray, for those of you that know, Ray basically harassed us to the point we were going to get a restraining order, okay, to put on a Vegas Drone Meetup. And, without Ray's prodding, I don't know we would have done it this year. But, hey, we thank you, Ray. Honestly, we really do thank you. It's going to be great.
Again, I like I told Mark Fisher when he was trying to organize one, just pick a date and go with it, and the rest will follow.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
You make it too sophisticated or whatever, and it just complicates it. And when we first had the South Florida Drone Meetup, we didn't think we'd have more than 10 people,
right.
And the first one was over 50. So you guys are going to do well. So who wants to talk about it first? Tell us when it is and what's sort of on the agenda.
Yeah. Okay. So Ray, I'm sharing the page. We have a website, folks, and we'll get the link into the chat. It's simple. It's vegasdronemeetup.com, and it's scheduled for November 8th, 9th, and 10th. That's actually a holiday weekend. The 11th is Veterans Day, so that's actually a bank holiday. So a bunch of people might have a nice long weekend available for them to travel. We have, with the help of the wonderful Audrey Dempsey, our official travel agent extraordinaire, she was able to negotiate a great group rate at Green Valley Resort. Now, folks, this is not on the Strip. We are off the Strip in Henderson, Nevada, which is the second largest city in the state. And it is a resort. It is gorgeous. Okay. I mean, this place includes not just a world-class casino that rivals anything on the Strip, but it's got a movie theater. It's got a ton of top-end restaurants. It's got a food court. It's got 2 Starbucks in it. And then it's also in smack dab in the middle of a location called the District, which again is bars, eateries, shopping. So just a beautiful spot. And we happen to be in airspace that allows us to fly up to 200 feet at this area right here. But we have a few things planned. So I'm just going to run through those real quick if I can. As you see on the website, book your room through this. Okay, now rooms are at a premium here in Vegas during that time frame because that weekend you have Billy Joel and Sting playing at the Allegiant.
Oh, really?
You have SEMA, which is a top-end automotive show that's in that week. So hotel rooms are real hard to come by. So definitely book your room. Now the registration for the meetup is $49.95, and that includes a gift bag. It includes an event T-shirt. Okay, it includes raffle ticket, and we already have over $5,000 in prizes to give away, and more
Nice.
stuff's coming in every day. Okay, it includes a brunch on Saturday morning. It includes the get together on Friday night. And just to run through real quick what we're looking to do, Friday night we're looking to get together at in the district at an Irish pub, and those things are great because I envy watching the get together you had this past year. That's part of that community experience we
Yep.
look forward to. Saturday, with
McNeely's, right? The
registration.
name of that bar is McNeely's?
Yes.
The name, yeah,
Yep.
McNeely's. And so we have an event schedule for Saturday. Now, one thing we're trying not to do is overwhelm a schedule because, we're giving people an excuse to come to Las Vegas, right? And they're going to want to experience some of Vegas on their own as well. So we want to make sure that we don't overdo it. So we basically have a brunch scheduled for the morning. We do have Metro PD, the largest law enforcement entity here in the Vegas Valley, coming in. We have some politicians coming in that want to actually experience flying drones themselves, which how better can it get but putting something like this into a politician's hand?
Well, Tom, what's their
Yeah.
positions on the bill, the drone bill? 'Cause
Well,
they're
hopefully,
not-
Ray,
they're for it, don't invite
hopefully
them.
we got to get our allies in check because a National Defense Authorization Act of 2025 can be undone with a National Defense Act of 2026. Okay, so we always have to work on our local politicians, and we can't stop. We plan on having a bunch of celebrities at the event as well. Okay,
What kind of celebrities? Drone
well,
celebrities?
we were hoping you were going to be there because you were going to get top billing. I mean, really. But we have the
Ray
cast of
Kelly.
characters coming in. We have a good
Yes.
cast of characters coming in. We
I
are
thought
going
you
to
were
have.
talking about like Lady Gaga or something.
Well, she's not getting in until the
Maybe.
following week, unfortunately. So we couldn't get her signed up. Okay.
Yeah.
But I will take you to go see Tony Curtis's gravesite if you want, Ray.
Yeah.
That would be an extra adventure trip.
Yeah.
Now we are
I could drive
both-
you by Liberace's old house.
absolutely Shenandoah. Actually, Bob and I are meeting with the Henderson City Parks Director next week to work out some of the details on our big flying event, which is the community fly out that we're going to have at Cornerstone Park in Henderson, a beautiful spot. We're talking about bringing in several food trucks to that event also. It's shaded picnic space along a lake, and it's really nice space. And also maybe at that, a couple of demos from people like Las Vegas PD, Metro PD, the Red Rock Search and Rescue Team.
Okay.
And if some of our sponsors want to debut some equipment, that's where it might happen. So now on Sunday, while we do plan a little get together for Bill Grace, the oldest of old farts, and also to honor the Marine U.S. Marine Corps birthday and honor the veterans that are attending, we're going to set up a series of guided tours, basically.
Oh, okay.
Self-driven tours. So we're going to lay out probably 10 to a dozen spots with basically a help sheet, everything you need, longitude, latitude, you know,
Yeah.
what to look for, what the airspace requirements are, if any, uh, where to eat in the immediate area there, how to get
Hmm.
there, you know. So we're going to have these little packages available that then people can get together on their own and say, hey, you want to go out to this spot or that spot. You know, one of the spots I'm talking about going to on Sunday is a 2-hour drive outside Vegas.
I don't mean
Well,
to
with
block you,
Dolores.
Tom. Let me just
Yeah,
put this up because the bill has passed today, according to Mark.
right. It still has to go to the
Okay,
Senate,
all right.
okay? And it's just came out of markup, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it still has to go to Senate. Now, Ray, you and I were talking with Bob. I mean, I've spoken to a half a dozen legislative staff members when I made calls, and it's disheartening how ignorant a lot of them are.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, and
So
you know,
We could talk about if you. We'll talk about the bill after you finish talking
good,
about the meetup. But I didn't mean to interrupt you. But I saw
no
no,
that
problem.
comment. So
no, Ray, this is like a disaster in the drone world. Okay.
right,
I mean, I truly feel that's really how my heart feels is that this, there's been a sizable community that is built up in this drone community. I've been fortunate 4 years, 4.5 years now. I've been a part of this, and I have to tell you, it is one of the best groups of human beings that I've been associated with. I mean, it
yep,
really makes everyone feel good, and I've never had that much positive feelings. And
right.
a
I totally agree, Bob. I really
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
for not a
absolutely.
good reason, for a fake reason, they want to take this away.
I know.
If they
Very, very
tried to
sad.
take all our cell phones away, I think that would be a much larger community with a bigger voice. And that's our problem here, is that we don't have
Yes.
that large of a voice. But the impact that this will have will be very, very significant. And I think that's another good reason to have these meetups, to bring it back, to segue back into the meetups, is because we as a community have to continue getting together.
Right.
Okay. And look,
We
at
have to
this event,
grow
yeah,
and we
this
have to
event,
organize.
we're going to have hopefully a few politicians there and some that have already voiced their want to fly a drone. And I mean that works for us, you
Oh,
know. So
sorry, Tom.
that's a good opportunity for us, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Well,
and
again, I'm very well. It's speculation on my part, but of all the drone pilots in the United States, I would think that very few of them reached out to their congressmen or senators. In our
right,
little
unfortunately,
community, maybe a lot of them have.
it's human nature that more people will complain,
Yes.
Yeah.
okay,
I'm going to
than
say the
support.
people watching Captain Ray Kelly here, they almost all of them have. I would hope that's the case. It's the people outside of our circle,
But I like the
that
way you're going to have politicians at your meetup. That's very
it
interesting.
Yeah,
we
we
need to
recommend that
make
Yeah,
this
at
part
any
of
of
the
these
issue.
meetups is to reach out locally to your local
I do.
legislators
Believe me, I do.
and do that. I mean, you see something that Mad Props Media just put up. The biggest voices are
Huh.
all the first responders and law enforcement. Uh, and yeah, I posted on a multitude of sites a joint letter that was put up by 3 associations of first responders. And
Yep.
you know, we feel, and I'm saying we because I come from that world, we feel that the that drones for first responder add on to this bill is obscene. We really do. We feel it's
I know.
obscene
Yep.
because
You're talking about the tariff, more or less the
yeah,
tariff bill.
which is
Yeah.
ridiculous because the first thing is you're going to stop DJI drones from being sold,
Well,
and
Florida started
there's
it.
nothing comparable to it. There's nothing comparable to it. And so people will have to buy U.S. drones, which there are no tariffs on U.S. drones. So no money is going to wind up going back to first responders.
Right.
I mean, it's idiotic. And Ray, it's like taking an axe away from a firefighter. It's like taking a defibrillator away from a paramedic.
I'm
It's
amazed
like
that the police departments themselves did not speak up
a
against
lot of them.
these
A lot
different
of them
laws.
have, Ray, but a
I
lot of
know.
them are being forced to be silent
Right.
by their
I
local
know.
state legislators. Which
Yeah,
again,
and their bosses. Yeah.
lives are
Right.
saved with these tools. But you know what? The impact on the economy, and that's where it's going to hurt them in the pocket. And that's why I say, just because we might lose this round,
Well, now we know.
remember that there's a national defense authorization bill every year. And if the NDAA 2025 bill goes through and this starts, well, there's a 26 bill the next year that maybe we can get this overturned. But also, if this was such a high security risk, which still has not been publicly proven, okay, why is it going to take 5 years to implement? So if you were really concerned about security here, wouldn't you stop at day one? No.
Of course.
So it's this. It's commercial lobbyists, okay, up on the hill that are paying a few legislators' ways. I'm going to step off the
that's
soapbox
politics.
right
That's
now.
politics.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It is.
It's sad. It really is.
Yeah.
But I got to give a shout out to Steve Jones, Primal Drones. And for those that are in the chat that don't know, he's in charge of the Baytown, Texas Police Department. And they do use DJI drones, and I was so happy to hear that. And since I met Steve a couple of years ago now, going on 3 years, wow, time flies. He's increased the number of pilots and the number of drones in his unit tremendously. So
yeah,
kudos to Steve, really.
yeah, good work, good work.
Yeah.
The New York City Fire Department uses DJI drones exclusively.
Okay, that's good.
Because there is no comparable tool out there today for the M30T,
right,
or the Matrice 200 or 300 series. Okay, so if you ground those drones, there's nothing to take their place today.
Steve's upset. Oh, I don't know what that means, Steve. I don't know what that means. Maybe you got the word no more DJI drones. Or he's just upset at this bill in general.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
He says there are good things in the bill, though. He's got a big comment here. Block your whole face, Tom. Sorry. Let me just put it up for a minute.
Yes.
But
that's
anyway. Hopefully,
that's always the way it happens. Yeah.
There's so much
6,000 pages.
Bill that they couldn't not approve it, and,
right.
And it was under a tight deadline, and so it's what happened. Yes. Yes.
So anyway, you guys expect a full house. Have you got many people that signed up yet? Are you keeping that list like I keep a list?
Well, we actually have the registration. You can click here and get into the full registration and sign up, and you can also book your room at the hotel right here. And it's such a diverse area geographically here. I mean, we go from high desert to wetlands to a 12,000 foot mountain range. And it's a spectacular place.
Yeah.
So I know you've said you're going to go to Cornerstone Park, but that's going to be the main place for the drone pilots to fly.
That's yes, that is where the group fly is going to happen.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And that is a beautiful spot. We again, it's a target-rich environment we have here. And if it's okay, Ray, I'm going to play a quick video.
Yeah, sure.
Just to show.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, this park looks
oh yeah.
so cool, really.
This is
And then
yeah.
this, like I said, this is just one spot, and then some of our adventures will include some of these other locations.
Yeah, that's a cool spot to fly
There's going to be
too.
something for everybody: camera drone flyers, FPV flyers.
Now that's Red Rock, the
This
famous Red Rock, right?
Well, that's
that's
Calico, and
Calico.
yeah,
Yeah, Calico is next door to Red Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's and you can just drive your car up, shoot a drone up, and at Calico, you got to go in through a formal gate into Red Rock, and
And that's open flying. You don't need any
yeah,
special permits or anything.
no,
no, no, this is it is truly one of the most beautiful places, blessed with, you can fly your drones here.
Hey, we
So
got Bud Bieber watching. How you doing, Bud?
yes. Now this is a little ways away.
yeah.
Is
It's
it
one
Oh,
of
on
the
is
the
it?
go
spots that
side?
it's a little further away.
Yeah.
It's totally different than
Let's
South
see.
Florida. I'll tell you that.
No, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
This is an Italian artist. Oh, it's stop. The Seven Magic Mountains. I think a lot of people have probably seen that at some
That was
point in
on your
time.
channel. You flew that.
Yeah,
I remember you
yeah.
doing a
I
video
flew
on
that,
that.
and it was an Italian artist leased that piece of property from the BLM to do this display, and of course they had done
Now, people
models
don't know
of
what
it and all
BLM
this stuff.
means, but Bureau of Land Management?
Bureau of
Yes,
Land Management, not to be
yes,
confused with
right,
something else. Yes.
Right, exactly.
okay, oh, okay. Anyway, the uh, it's going to go down. I think it has like 6 more years, and then it has to go down, and they have to restore the piece back to
Yeah.
the piece, the way it was when they got there. So it's
So
an amazing, bizarre thing. They put stacked up boulders, probably sometimes 10, 12 feet tall, on top of each other, and each one's painted a different color.
Yep, nice. Bud
And
wants to know
amazing.
where the flat boring cornfields are.
I think out in your neck of the woods, bud. Something about
but I'm hoping
se-
you. I really,
yeah.
yeah.
Seven Magic Mountains. I'll tell you a little thing about Seven Magic Mountains is that's a great spot to go out for a sunrise meet because the sunrise is
Yeah.
behind them. And I got to tell you, sunrises and sunsets out here, this is big sky country, is always spectacular.
Yeah.
But the thing about Seven Magic Mountains early in the morning, you don't want to go in the afternoon anytime. It gets so crowded with people. But early in the
We
morning,
got a question for you, though, Tom. You know,
to be
From
flying
Mark.
bricks. Look, we'll arrange anything for you. Just give us some feedback.
Oh, we got a dog on. We got a dog on. This is a first. We got a dog on. It's a lot.
That's Bob's ride-alongs. That's Bob's
All right,
offspring.
anyway.
Can't you tell by the beards?
There's Audrey. Audrey's driving. Keep your eyes on the road, Audrey.
Yep.
He said, "Keep your eyes on the road, Audrey. You're on camera. Here, Audrey, you are."
I was filming up in Providence with Mark Fisher, and I was filming from the back seat like you're doing now. And he
Yeah.
turned around to talk to the camera, and he almost crashed, almost killed me and Herman and Lawrence.
Oh no! Oh,
Yeah,
my
let's
God.
not have Audrey do that.
No,
we need
don't wanna
Bob.
do that.
Okay, there's a lot of
I can
lot
tell
of-
you
a lot of kids around Christmas would be disappointed in the Vegas Valley if you did that. Okay. I was going to say
Oh,
something
my
about
goodness.
Seven Magic Mountains being able to fly it early in the morning is
Yeah.
It's usually clothing optional for the models that early in the morning because a lot of photographers go out there
Interesting.
to shoot their subjects there early in the morning. So that's a great time to fly, by the way. And I did hear that Lon Denard was going to run his own adventure to the chicken ranch over in Pahrump, but that's not on our schedule.
That's
That's
not
not currently
an
on our
official,
schedule, Ray.
officially endorsed event.
Different
Yeah,
itinerary.
that's a different event. Okay. He asked
Not
if we co-host.
associated.
We backed away from that one. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like
It's
you
a
got a
fun
lot of
place.
things planned, really.
We have, in a short amount of time, we have a nice list
Hey, we
of
got Lisa in the chat. How you doing, Lisa?
Lisa. We have a nice array of sponsors. Okay, we'll be putting that information out soon, but
Very shortly here.
yeah, we have a nice group of sponsors. When you first start these things, you worry, is anybody going to come along for the ride? But
Exactly.
you get surprised. I mean,
Yeah.
we got some top sponsorships, which is
Good.
nice, and
Very good with that.
we have a gift bag of swag that is really going to blow some socks off. Okay, and might
Nice.
include socks. You never know. Might include socks.
Okay.
Have to see.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm going to break away from my normal format. We'll take a break right now because, last week I forgot to do the giveaway for the May monthly contest. So I'm going to do that right now. And I picked the name right out of the hat, and I won't look in.
The
I'll just
actual
pick
hat
the name
he's
out.
going to
Let's
receive.
see.
Yes.
Let's see who it is. Okay, let's see. Upside down. It's John Olson. Okay.
Hey,
There you go, John.
Congratulations, John.
All right, John.
Very good. Very good, John.
I proudly.
So that's for the
wear my
$10
Country
Amazon gift
Kelly
card.
hat.
So,
Good deal.
but anyway.
That's great.
And we'll do the regular contest very shortly. So
Cool. Cool.
for the June monthly giveaway. And it's fun.
Good.
It's not much. It's only a $10 Amazon gift card. But I got to say thank you to John Gregory too. He's not in the chat tonight, but I'm going to tell you because he made a donation that allows me to go out and buy these Amazon gift cards and give them away.
Oh,
so,
great.
That's nice, man. That's nice.
That was very, very nice of him.
Yes. Yep. There are so
and
many,
I was shocked when I received it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm blown away.
So, Bob, what do you think is going to be the best thing about the meetup? Tell us. Other than the whole event. The best thing.
Probably the bar Friday night, with lots of sponsorship activities and a wild time of everybody getting to know each other and enjoying themselves. That's what I think. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I come to the South Florida Drone Meetup and maybe I looked before I left. I was cleaning video cards and, this year I think I took my drone up twice at the South Florida Drone Meetup. I was so enamored. I spent so much more time just talking to my friends, talking to people and enjoying, being there. It was really, that's how I felt,
Yeah.
But,
meeting the other pilots is the big thing and their families because we get a lot of families that come to the South Florida Drone Meetup now. The word has got out where we encourage children to come and get them involved in drone flying and people are, doing it. And like Jaybird, he's not in the chat again tonight, but he usually is. And Jaybird brought his wife and his daughter and it goes right along with our theme of getting children involved. And, by saying, let's get them hooked on drones, not drugs. So
yeah, absolutely.
So do you think you'll have a lot of children, being it's Vegas?
Well, I think we're going to have a lot of spouses because I'm pretty sure a lot of spouses aren't going to let their significant other come to Vegas without them. I was speaking to Eddie Nunez the other night, Ray, and, Jamaris Nunez is coming out with Eddie. Which my wife is thrilled about because they hit it off.
Yep.
when we've been out and about. You know, it's such a beautiful location, this resort. And okay, for those
Looked it.
gamblers
There's a
out there,
full
let me
arcade there, and if anybody
yeah,
is thinking of
yeah, there's
bringing
family
kids,
stuff around.
there is a whole family friendly thing going on at this resort. I mean, they have you know, a lot of kid friendly things to do there. So you know,
There's
it's
also a
possible.
beautiful pool there with a beachfront in the pool. There's a
Oh, really?
spa. It's just and what I was going to say to the those that enjoy a casino, there's a big difference between the casino here at Green Valley and the casinos on the Strip. Now, the casinos on the Strip cater to tourists, right? I
Yep.
mean, you're going to come in maybe once a year or so. You're going to drop a nice piece of change, and you're going to forget by next year how much change you dropped last year when you come out, right? Well, here, this is a local resort, and it really
Have a good night, Steve.
good night, Steve. It really thrives on the locals coming to Green
Yeah.
Valley. And, you know, they want us back every week. You got to see the promotions they run, Ray. I mean, they give away
Yeah.
more gifts at
Yep.
this place and free meals to us.
It always
That-
pays to sign up for the club.
Always,
Oh, yeah.
always,
Even if you don't
always.
gamble, just sign up
It
for that
doesn't
club.
matter.
No.
It doesn't matter.
We,
Right,
you
and-
know, in Las Vegas, we've had the long experience of having a locals casino.
Hey, Paul, how you doing, Paul?
Hey, Paul,
You know, with
good luck with your Avada, dude.
other, you know.
All right, he must be.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, we're
okay.
dropping you. You're
He'll
freezing
get
up there.
back
a little.
in.
You're
Hey, we
back.
got Herman watching. How you doing,
Okay.
Herman?
What's up,
All the
Herman?
drone
Fan from Flight
celebrities are
101.
starting to pop in now.
Yeah. It's a
Hotel
world-class
search.
casino too. It rivals anything that's on the Strip,
Yeah.
and they have on certain nights they do have live music also at this location. But the local area is great too because right across the road, right across Green Valley Parkway, is the Lee Family Forum, which is the home to the American Hockey League's Henderson Silver Knights, which is the
Oh.
farm team to the Golden Knights. So there might be a game in town that weekend, and that's always a great thing to
Yeah,
go to.
Sure.
Okay,
You're
so
talking baseball.
no, that's hockey.
Oh, this
That's
is like
hockey.
a farm tune for hockey? Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know they
that's
had
the
it.
American
Wow.
Hockey League. That's right below the NHL. So that's
Oh, okay.
if you think it in terms the analogy with baseball, it's Triple A.
I got
Okay,
you. Mhm.
so yeah, a beautiful, beautiful sports arena right across the street from Green Valley, and the view from Green Valley is spectacular. You can look at the Vegas skyline right from there. But again,
Congratulations, Paul.
yeah, Paul got
Another
so
Father's
lucky.
Day for Father's Day. Early
Yeah,
present.
I spoke to Paul yesterday over the phone, and lucky man, you know, the wife and kids got him that for Father's Day. So
Nice.
you know, he's a kid. He's a kid in the candy store right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do you have the Avada too, Tom?
Oh, Ray, I'm in love with my Avada too. Please.
Yeah. And Bob, you
Okay.
have it also, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I I haven't been in one place long enough to start into a new drone yet, but I hope so. soon.
Bob's gonna buy my Avada one, Ray. Okay.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, yeah. You know, we got Captain Crash in the chat, by the way. I mean, Captain Joe. Captain Joe.
Captain Joe. Captain Joe.
Wow.
Hey, don't worry. We've all been there. Okay. I'm thinking about taking a drive up to Canab because DJI sent me more specific coordinates for where my drone went down. So I might wind up taking the RV up there to do a little bit of mountain search and rescue.
Hold on.
Try to recover my Air 3 drone.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah, fortunately, I crashed it up in the mountains in Canab, Utah.
I'm gonna have to bow out here, guys.
All right, I understand, Bob. Thanks
hit
for
one of the
popping
kids,
in.
Bob.
We're
I
at
know
the
it's-
hotel in San Diego.
All right, well,
And,
enjoy yourself, Bob.
The
Really.
You're,
Thank you for popping in.
oh man, thank you, Ray. I appreciate this so much. But
Hey, Bob, you're still going to meet up with Aldrin, right?
I hope to. We're
Good.
going to talk in just a little bit from now, and for my friends out there that are hockey fans, that's in about 20 minutes. It gets started here, and I hope you're right there cheering. Okay. It came up today was the day a year ago today, the Vegas Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup, and I said I hope everyone gets to experience that euphoria. That is
Yeah.
that is really truly a sports fan euphoria.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
as a
great.
Ranger fan, I'm not that familiar with it, so it's just the way it goes. But I did get to experience being a Vegas fan last year.
Lisa's saying, see you at the drone meetup in April, Bob.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Have a good
Cool,
time there,
guys.
Bob.
All
Take
right.
care, Bob.
Thank
We'll
you.
talk soon.
All right. Keep it going.
All right.
Love you.
Yep.
So anyway, oh, Joe lost
So,
connection today.
oh boy, Joe.
Oh no! And you hit a
Joe, say
tree?
it ain't so, Joe.
No. Really? I'm sorry to hear that. But you know, being that Joe's in the chat right now, we're going to take a break because I have his video of his other crash queued up, and he gave me permission to play it. So let me just show a little of that, not the whole thing, but I'll try to. It's hard sometimes to find exactly where the crash is, though. But I thought the title was appropriate, and Captain Joe, we feel bad for you. And the flight was going good until, I mean, this is such a great place to fly. Sorry, the video's so loud. Let me see if I can bring it down. How's that? That tugboat right there.
Yeah.
And he was saying that everybody was egging him on to fly through that tugboat, and he almost did. But look at this. Watch this. And he's zipping along, you know, and he's flying so good. You fly over water a lot, Tom, with your Avata?
Well, Ray, water's at a premium out here.
I know.
Okay.
I know. But you
But
got lakes.
yes, back east, almost exclusively over water. The harbor, the East River, the Hudson, Long Island Sound, and Ray, remember, I'm going to be out there the end of the month, so you got a
remember
secret
you
spot
said
for
that,
me.
yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah. But he had such a great flight going. I enjoy watching FPV flights. I don't fly FPV, you know that, but I enjoy watching. And
Tell you, Ray,
tell
we
you.
get you in a lawn chair and a pair of goggles. You're going to find out what you're missing.
I know.
Ouch.
I know. I've tried it a couple of times. But
Here's the spot, Ray.
oh
Ooh,
man, see how that pole? It just came out of nowhere.
it came out of nowhere.
Oh man, I wish I had that. I could do the replay, but I don't know how to do that, Captain Joe.
Oh my goodness. Yep.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts, Joe.
Joe, we've all been there at one point in time, and if you haven't been there, you're not trying hard enough.
All right,
Okay.
I'll agree with Johnny here. Okay, Johnny. So anyway,
Those insurance premiums
and
are
I know
going to
you
go up
had
now.
a big crash with the Avata when you first the Avata 1 when you first got it. I remember
Oh yeah,
that.
that was out at Lake Dolores, that abandoned water park, which I
Yep.
plan on going to on that Sunday morning of the meetup with a bunch of people. We were out there recently, Bob, Sean Oz, World of Oz, and
Yep.
Ken Dono, Original Dobo. We were there just a couple months ago. We flew there, and when I first got the Avata, I took the drive down with the wife and flying inside the lazy river. And I should have went left. I should have went right, but I smacked directly into a concrete wall.
I know. I remember seeing that. Oh,
And you know what? The drone survived it. the drone survived it. And the wife looked at me and said,
Wow.
I had only been flying about 35 minutes at that point. I was only into my second battery. I always have 5 batteries for every drone.
Yeah, nice.
But the wife said to me, wow, that was a 2-hour drive, only 35 minutes. And I said, it's still flyable. So I flew it again. And on the next battery, I made sure I dove it right into a steel pillar. So that was it for that day. But you know what? I when I got home, I put in the service request right away. And I had the DJI Care refresh. And what was amazing was when I went on DJI Care refresh, they said, okay, the drone's eligible, no problem, send it in to us. If you don't want to wait for us to receive it, we can put a $300 hold on your credit card and we'll ship you out a replacement right away.
Right.
And Ray, within 40 hours from the time I put it in, I had a replacement drone in my hand.
Which is nice. Yeah.
And they released the hold a few days later on the credit card.
Yeah.
But I was up and flying right away. And it was a brand new drone, brand new serial number and everything. So,
very nice. Very nice.
They are their services. I mean, I remember the early days with DJI. What a world of difference today. They really are pretty good when it comes to customers. All
right, so Tom, we're not saving it to the end of the show today. We're gonna do the contest now for the monthly giveaway. So you don't know what the lucky number is, so you're eligible too.
Oh boy.
A number between 1 and 50, guys. Put it in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye out. It's for the $10 Amazon gift card. And we'll see who gets it. So, nope, not number 9. Not number 14. Oh, here they go. Oh, somebody's very close, though. Oh, somebody's very close. Yeah. No, I don't see it yet. But Paul helps me if I miss it. But I do see it. Somebody does have. Oh, look at this. Somebody got it. Yep. And I'm going to have to show you. It's Jody, Drone Shots, number 6. So there you
congratulations.
Go, Jody. Your name is going to go in for the monthly drawing at the end of the month.
Congratulations.
Right. Congratulations. All right. It's always fun to do that.
Yeah, definitely. That's great.
So, Tom, you got to be excited about this meetup coming. I know it's a lot of work, but it's all
it's a lot of work. But the fun part of this is, like on that Saturday, I don't even know if I'm going to put a drone up, Ray. I mean, I'm just, looking so forward to meeting people in person. You spend a lot of time on these streams, and you get to know people through the chats and all. But to go face to face with them, to rub elbows with them, that's a portion of it that you don't get until you get to one of these meetups.
Yeah.
And that's why yours has been so successful, Ray.
Well, again, people like it. I think the weather down there in Florida has a lot to do with it. The beaches, and our sponsors. We do get a lot of rapid prizes, and people like coming. They like winning stuff. That's a big thing.
Sure. Sure. And you know what? Vegas in November.
We picked it. Jody won it, guys. You don't have to put in numbers anymore.
Still trying.
Nice try, Lisa. But Lisa, the Mini 3 Pro is on sale at Costco. $299. Check it out. And you might have to do it online. So
what a great price. Amazing. Vegas in November is spectacular. Okay. I do suggest you bring sweaters and jackets because, we will run probably in the 70s and 80s. But we can sometimes have a 30-degree swing in temperature at night out here. Okay. Like yesterday, I think by my house, it was 106. And this morning when I woke up, it was 72 degrees.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and then if you're going from air conditioning, you walk into the resort, into the casino, and the AC's on high. So make sure you bring out a sweater at least. But it's a spectacular time of year. It really is, We have a few hot months, okay, but it is a dry heat, Ray. It's a dry heat.
Yeah. Now, I've been out there a number of times, and it is, like you say, a dry heat. It's still
It's a
hot,
dry
though.
heat. Yeah, yeah. It'll smack you in the face when you walk out the door. But like anything else, we adjust our schedules based on weather.
Yeah, of
I
course.
did that in New York. I adjusted my schedule. What we don't have is we don't have the bugs, Ray. We don't have.
Okay.
That's the
What
nice
about, what
thing.
about critters like rattlesnakes and things like that?
Not not that bad. I mean, it's not something you got to watch out for. I do have coyote in the neighborhood
Oh,
occasionally.
coyotes, really?
I-
Okay.
If the rabbit population goes up, then we will hear them at night. Uh, we have. I got a ton of hummingbirds. My big problem out
Oh,
here
they're
is
nice.
if I let the feeder go dry, then it's like attack helicopters at me. I'll sit out in front in the morning and have my cup of tea, and I'm getting dive bombed by these hummingbirds trying to figure out what's going on. Then my wife will tell me I let the feeder go dry. We have
Yeah.
that. We have we
So
have
we just found out something now, Tom. I did not know you were a tea drinker.
yeah, Ray, I haven't had a cup of coffee since the Navy.
Oh,
The
really? You
Navy,
gave it up in the Navy. Wow.
yeah, the Navy kind of turned me off to it, Ray. It was
Yeah.
not the deep roast Colombian brand that we would get. Okay, so yeah, but then again, I drink Lipton tea, so you talk about caffeine,
I'm
Ray.
a red rose guy myself.
There you go, there you go. But yeah, I'm good for several cups a day. Okay, I'm good for
Yep.
several.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
Ray, one thing I've been asked recently was
Jim
flying
almost
in
hit a
hot
coyote today.
flying in hot weather. There's no
Yeah.
bounty on them out here, by the way.
Oh, really?
But
Okay. All right, we're going to go
yeah,
into tips now. Tom's going to give us a nice tip.
yeah. So I was asked recently about flying in hot weather, and that's I'm going to give you one thing from that I do now with drones, and one thing that I learned years and years ago as a professional photographer. Was we have our drones inside our air conditioned cars, and then we'll go outside to the broiling hot heat, and right away our lenses will fog up.
Yeah.
So one way to combat that is keep your drone in a Ziploc bag, put it in your drone case. Now when you get to your location and you take your drone out, leave it in the Ziploc bag, take it out of the car, okay, bring
Yeah.
it into the heat.
Right.
And once you see a little bit of condensation on the Ziploc bag, it's
Yeah.
safe to take the drone out and your lens will not fog. So that's that old, photography tip we used
Yeah.
to do with our cameras, and I
I
still
know.
do it now. And my new tip, specifically for drones, is I'm somebody who has 5 batteries for every drone I have, right? One thing I do in this hot heat is I do not fly my batteries in triple digit below 50%.
Okay. That's a good
Okay.
tip.
Because as it continues to dissipate, it continues to heat up. And once you go below 50%, you then become at risk. And we
Yep.
hate to be at risk more than we need to be with our drones. And definitely,
Well, you went into
don't
my
recharge
tip.
your battery when
Yep.
it's hot. Don't recharge it when it's hot.
Right. Right. And my tip was just always fly with your batteries charged up. So, a lot of times you don't realize it. And I've made that mistake. I'm sure you realize, oh man, I forgot to charge my batteries. you know.
What's nice, Ray,
So,
with some of these new battery hubs from DJI is if you have 2 or 3 batteries that you have down to like 35%, okay, and you drop them into the charging hub, you can actually hit the switch and it will take the lowest charged batteries and move that power over to the battery that has the largest charge and top that battery off.
yeah.
So,
Right. That's right.
that's a nice feature they have. But please don't charge your battery while it's hot. You're gonna really degrade the battery if you do.
Exactly.
Let it
Good,
cool
good
off first
tips.
before you
Good
charge it.
tips here. Yeah. And he goes to 30%. Okay. Very good, Jim. Yeah.
I do normally, but not in triple digit heat.
Yeah. And I mean, batteries. Well, we can go on and on. You can make a whole show talking about batteries.
Just
Really.
batteries, right? Yeah,
Yeah, they're so important. Really.
absolutely.
But I tell you, we had a great crowd in the house tonight, Tom, and you and Bob were very interesting. And I, I wanted to give you the floor until I talk about the South Florida Drone Meetup, but I got to plug our meetup too because we
Absolutely.
do it the next day. We start preparing for the following one. I get a hold of Johnny, and I say, what date, more or less? All right, we'll go with that date, and we pick it and we plan it. And people were signing up before last year's meetup ended. They would put me down for next year. They were saying right in the hotel lobby.
That's great, man.
The list had started right then and there, but we're up to 98 names on the list right now as we speak. And for those that still don't know when it is, we're going to have our 5th annual South Florida Drone Meetup in Jensen Beach at the Jensen Beach Causeway Park. Again, it's a great location to fly drones. I think everybody who's been there will say that, that it's good for FPV, it's good for camera drones, and it's a great place to socialize also. So mark your calendars now. Call the hotel. We're staying at the Hampton Inn and Suites, North Stewart again. They give us a great deal. They've held the rate, Tom, for 4 years now for us.
That's fantastic.
The same rate. And it's like a 50% discount. $139 for a room, $149 for a suite, but you have to call the hotel direct and do it because it's going to sell out, guys. And I'm not making last minute requests for anybody, not like I did last year. And they squeezed you in. You got plenty of time to prepare. So book like Steve Jones booked his room today. He booked it. I got my room, Johnny got his room, and I don't know how many rooms have been booked already, but don't wait, guys. So that's it about the South Florida Drone Meetup. And we got Steve Gardner coming back from the UK, and he's bringing his wife this time.
That's great.
So it's going to be another fun event. So, but anyway, any suggestions? We listen to them. Really, get a hold of me or Johnny or anybody else on the drone committee, which is, Bill Ronayne and Brad and Maddie. Maddie sort of died off. He had some issues going on, and hopefully he'll be there next year more involved. But we put Al Cercione on the drone committee too. So if you got any suggestions, let us know and we'll try to accommodate them. Believe me, we are flexible like that. So, and I got to say thank you to Paul. Paul, hopefully he's still watching. He donates these pens, and these pens are a big hit, really. They have the stylus on the back, and people love getting them. And you get them when you sign in. And I think he said he's doubling the amount for next year. So thank you to Paul for that, really. And we might have another surprise that Paul is sponsoring. We haven't finalized those details yet. So, but Tom, the hour has flown by. As you know, there's other shows that go on after mine. I don't like to infringe on their time. So please, now is the time for you to say your goodbyes. Anything you want to promote, like your channel and the Vegas Drone Meetup. Now it's your
I'll tell you, Ray, I got to thank you for the platform. I got to thank you for prodding us along to have this meetup. It was definitely something that we wanted to do out here because there's a whole crowd out here in the West Coast area also that sometimes finds it difficult to travel. And we do have a lot of locals that will be at this, and some drone soccer will be happening. So there's a bunch of different things that are going to happen. But again, we don't want to take up the entire weekend for you with this. We want to leave you plenty of time to experience Vegas also, because we're giving you an excuse to come out to Las Vegas. But I have to say, Thank you, Ray. The site is vegasdronemeetup.com. I'm throwing the link into the chat. And if you can, please book your hotel as soon as possible. We have the same problem that, hotels are at a premium out here. And we've negotiated such a great rate out here and free parking and all of that. So make your arrangements as soon as possible. And again, Ray, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate the platform.
Yeah. No. I tell you, Tom. I met you through those guys. You used to be sort of a
Yep.
regular co-host on that show, and I enjoyed watching you and Stevie and Herman and Lawrence, and you guys welcomed me in. I was a nobody, and I didn't know too much about drones at all, and you guys taught me a tremendous amount, and I got to say thank you to you for that.
Appreciate
And
that.
obviously Lawrence and Herman and Stevie when I get a chance to fly with him, you know. And that's what this community is all about: is sharing your knowledge, helping out each other, and doing the right thing. I am not for these rogue drone pilots, that don't like following the regs. Who needs to register my drone? I don't have to register it. I'm not into that. And I won't go on a soapbox about it, but just most importantly is fly safely, you know, and fly for fun. I mean, have a good time when you're flying. Don't you agree, Tom?
Absolutely. Be responsible because that's how we keep this is by being responsible. And it's enjoyable. Ray, I was on the public safety side of the fence and now I'm a retired guy. And I got to tell you, I fly drones for mental health now.
Right.
Okay. It's an outlet and I don't want to see that go away. So we as a community, we gotta stick together. We really do.
Lisa wants to know where in Vegas again, Tom.
It's in Henderson, Nevada. It's at the Green Valley Resort, and all the information is available through that link I just put up, vegasdronemeetup.com.
And there we got. That's good. That's good. And we got Michael Wright's in Texas Arch
Oh,
Drone Guy. Good to see
Michael
you.
Wright was the
Yeah.
very first sign up, booked his hotel, booked his airfare, did everything, got
He's
it
number
all.
one on your list.
He was number one, Ray, number one on the list.
Yeah. Well, that's so cool. That's so cool. It really is. Um, I like Michael. I enjoy flying with him, and it's he's such a pleasure. Really, such a gentleman. And he's one of the guys who let me fly his Avata. So,
Oh, there you go. Come on now.
and he comes into town early and he stays late after our meetup,
Yeah,
and he
we
really
have
makes a nice vacation out of it.
Yeah, we
So,
have several people that are doing that because it's a bank holiday, right, with Veterans Day, and let's not forget our veterans. Uh,
yeah,
so I know I was speaking to Eddie Nunez, and Eddie's coming out on the Wednesday and staying through Tuesday. Okay, Marcus is coming. Marcus Crawford's coming down
yeah,
out of
He
Idaho.
has family right in
Yeah,
Vegas.
he's got
Yeah,
family nearby, and so yeah, we got a good cast of characters. I know Sean Oz is looking to come into town. Billy, Lon,
right.
Ken, Aldrin. We're hoping to get Al Diaz to come in. Draymond Crawford. So get as many people as we can in here to rub shoulders with each other and enjoy each other's company. We already enjoy each other's company on these streams, but to get together face to face, I mean
That's
that's
what it's all
definitely.
about. Exactly. Exactly.
So we'll help you
Anyway,
through that. Well, flying with other people is the way to go because that's when you can let your hair down and they can give you their little tips and tricks and
right.
guide you along the way. I mean, I when I first started flying, there wasn't anybody doing that, and then all of a sudden people started getting together, and it really was a lot of new flyers coming out, and they started to enjoy themselves right away because there were other people, you know, giving them a level of confidence. So definitely, we're here to help you out.
Right. Right. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat for watching tonight, and I truly appreciate it. And we'll be on. I got a great show lined up next week. I got Randall Warners, the CEO of Anzu, going to be my
Into
special guest. and we're going to learn all about the Anzu drones. And maybe he's got some more information that he's going to share. But I look forward to having him on. So just get out there, fly for fun. Most importantly, fly safely. And we'll see you again next week.